The terrified girl realized she might have been assaulted by her doctor while unconscious. The doctor seemed to sense her unease, and he suggested she take a relaxing shower. After getting home, Katie was completely devastated with horrifying images flashing through her mind. She was absolutely certain it was no hallucination and could not believe this had happened to her. She grabbed her clothes, bringing what she thought was valuable evidence, and headed to another large hospital for a new exam. The doctors quickly noticed something was wrong with her body. At that moment, Katie fell into endless despair. The police arrived at the hospital shortly after. Although the report showed she had indeed been intimate, the police found no signs of violence on her body, even a single bruise. The terrifying memories just wouldn't leave her head. No matter how she tried to explain, the police still found it hard to believe her. The doctor had been practicing locally for over a decade and was known for his generosity and active involvement in charities. Even though the officers vouched for the doctor's character out of respect for their duty, they decided to open a case anyway. The girl suffered from the assault, but the police refused to believe her statement. Scene after scene kept flashing in her mind. Her family expressed doubt, accusing her of just being after his money, but Katie insisted that getting his Dina would prove her innocence. However, she thought things would be way too simple. The cops soon went to see the doctor, and their relationship was clearly buddy-buddy. The officer immediately asked how the doctor was doing with deep concern. The doctor reacted strongly, acting shocked that his patient would falsely accuse him. To clear his name, the doctor told his version of events. He claimed the girl got into a fight with her boyfriend that night and accidentally injured her finger. While the doctor was treating the boyfriend's injuries, the girl came storming into the hospital screaming. To stop her from disturbing other patients, the doctor had to pause his current work. The girl was panicking over her wound and reeked heavily of alcohol. The doctor gave her a sedative, never expecting her to treat him this way. When hearing the police ask for his Dina, the doctor got even angrier, feeling completely insulted. He used his busy schedule as an excuse to tell them to come back later. The police questioned the nurses who backed up the doctor's story. From Katie's co-workers, they learned that she and her boyfriend indeed had a nasty fight and both got hurt. All signs made it look like the doctor was telling the truth. The police even double-checked the details with the boyfriend. Back at the hospital, the doctor secretly drew a vial of his own blood, completely unsupervised, and handed the sample over to the police.
Oh, gee, Doc, I'm sort of supposed to be there when you give the sample.
You don't trust your own doctor?
Either way, the cops got the sample. Knowing that without consent, the law couldn't force him, the police ran the DA match overnight. The second sample was still a mismatch. On Katie's way to school, the police purposely announced the results in public, framing the doctor, instantly destroying her reputation. She couldn't understand how she was the clear victim yet became the target of discrimination. The incident quickly became the town's biggest gossip. To prove her innocence, Katie furiously confronted the sheriff. She refused to believe the results and questioned the testing protocol. To stop Katie from making more trouble, the sheriff put his deputy on speakerphone.
Can you give me the name of the nurse who took the blood sample, please?
Is there a problem?
Just want to ask her a few questions about it.
We're talking about a really busy man here. He's got the health care of the entire town to deal with.
And Dr. Darian's word is good enough for me.
His word? Are you out of your mind?
Where the hell do you get off?
Assassinating a good man's character.
It became obvious the police didn't follow proper procedures. The sheriff personally went to the doctor, asking him to provide another sample. Surprisingly, the doctor agreed, and a nurse drew his blood right in front of the sheriff. The doctor tracked Katie down, begging her to stop framing him. In an instant, the entire town knew about the drama. Everyone not only thought Katie was an evil woman, but also started cyberbullying her online. The results came back quickly, and the second sample was still a mismatch. This meant the doctor was not the culprit. Since the sheriff supervised it, the whole time he no longer believed Katie's story. Thinking she had malicious intent, Katie was too terrified to defend herself anymore. If she kept pushing the sheriff, he would officially rule it a false report. Heartbroken, Katie went to the grocery store only to get dirty looks from strangers. The cashier even refused to let her shop, forcing her to leave in shame. She locked herself in her room, completely losing her self-esteem. After enduring long-term psychological torture, Katie finally broke down.